My name is Eric Mitchell, or you can call me Mr. Private Location. I am a music manager and I also do concert and film and productions. What separates me from most music people in the industry, I have 3 degrees. I have a dual master's in human resources and project management. I have an undergrad in international business. Also, I'm 26 years old. My family, we have a concert and film production company called Twilight Productions too, where we do R&B concerts, jazz and festival comedy shows. We also have a multi-million-dollar hair company called Sassy Mitchell Hair, and my cousin owns his own clothing company called Hustle Be Broke. Also, I manage a rapper named Young Nudie. He has a song featuring 21 Savage called EA right now, and that's pretty much about me.
Hey now. Alright, I go by the name Mr. Hanky. I'm a producer, songwriter, and I guess what you said, 3 facts or whatever.
3 to 5.
Okay, 3 to 5. I'm responsible for like developing such artists as Soulja Boy, Travis Porter, Waka Flocka. Working with everybody from Young Dolph, Yo Gotti, just a bunch of people. I'm out here in the streets, networking all the time, and I'm happy to be here.
All right, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Last but not least, my name is ROYCE MONROE. I'm currently studio manager and A&R consultant for DJ Drama. I used to work for ASCAP, also Verse Simmons engineer. 3 fun facts. Looking for songwriters and producers to put together records for Atlantic Records. That's a good fun fact. Emails, need the music. And I'm open to communicate. Yeah, you know, I'm here, check me online. I'm more about conversation. I don't have a whole presentation, you know what I'm saying?
Hello everybody, my name is Day. I'm one of the operations managers of Privileged Music, Entertainment, Sports, etc., so on and so forth. We have Alibi, Capture, Opium, Josephine Lounge, 1145, and Truth. We do these networking events, so you know we could be kind of clear on what path we want to choose and how we can get advice from people that are around us all the time. I mean, if you look around, you probably see half of these people in clubs, bars, or whatever, but you never really know what they do. So now that you guys got a clear understanding of what they do, I'm going to open up the floor for all questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. This is for other producers, other DJs, artists, managers, bartenders, cooks. I don't care what it is that you do. Any question that you have, right now is the time to stand up and say, hey, I will come up to you and pass you the microphone if you feel like you can't be heard. So we're going to start with you guys. I'm not going to start with an individual. I'll start with you guys. Whoever you have a question for first, we can just go from there. So don't make me walk around and pass the microphone, because I will.
Exactly.
If I don't see a hand in the air, I'm going to pass it to you.
I have a question for all y'all. I have a couple artists. I got some known artists and I have some up-and-coming artists. A lot of people know about ASCAP, but a lot of people don't know about barcodes. That's how you get paid. How exactly do you get your barcode for music?
So when you're distributing your music, you have 2 different sides of royalties. You have mechanical royalties and performing rights royalties. So when you sign up with your PRO, like an ASCAP or BMI, that's for your performing rights royalties. That comes from things like streams, radio play, organized outlets that are actually streaming or collecting money, iTunes, Spotify, and Tidal. To get your barcode, that can be done through your distributor. If you're familiar with like a TuneCore or CD Baby, when you distribute your music through those outlets, that's what allows you to get into the Tidals, Spotify's, and iTunes. When you do that, it'll generate a UPC code. When you have that UPC code, if you generate enough activity, I believe it has to be like over 100,000 or whatnot, you can start to collect the artist royalties from Sound Exchange. From Sound Exchange, you'll need the UPC code that you get from your distribution. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. If I need to explain it again, let me know. That's what I like to talk about. You know.
So I have a question. I do management for different labels and independent artists. And a lot of the times when I work with independent artists, they have no clue who to sign to for publishing. Actually, they really don't even know what it means for real. So if you could explain to an artist why it's important to be published to either BMI or ASCAP, or exactly which company you would prefer, I think they'll have a better understanding of why they should be published and what sound exchange is and what is a code, and like they don't even know none of that. So.
Okay. How many people are familiar with like the term split sheet? Split sheet? Cool. How many people know why we're filling out the split sheet? Why are we filling out the split sheet?
With the split sheet, you're splitting up who gets what. You have the producer, you have the songwriters. So the producer gets 50%. Now, if it's 2 producers, then it's 25-25. Then as far as the songwriters go, sometimes the songwriters are not the artist. So you're splitting up between who gets what as far as money goes for the songwriters, just to make sure everything's fair and so everything is set in stone, so there's no questions later, so there's no confusions and no arguments later.
Okay. How do you collect on what's on that split sheet?
I don't know.
Answer that.
So basically, to piggyback off what he said, it's basically your performance rights organization. You have, no matter what you would CSAT, BMI, ASCAP, you all have a number. It's similar to a social security number or whatever. And it's important because when those songs generate plays, radio plays, streams, YouTube, Delta Airlines or whatever, there's a certain percentage that's generated through those plays. And it all goes to your account. Now, why publishing is really important is it's like real estate, okay? Meaning 90 years from now, once you die, it's still yours. It's in your estate. You know, that's why if somebody samples your song or whatnot, they have to come see your great-grandchildren to pay you for the rights to sample your song or just to license it for a movie. So it never goes away. It actually, raises with the more the more you achieve and all that, everything, the more your publishing is worth.
Also, to add on with them, if you're an up-and-coming artist, make sure you have your name availability like branded to yourself. Like make sure you own your own name before you even get into the like BMI and ASCAP and stuff. Because if you don't own your artist name, so say for instance like my artist name is Young Nudie, but he has his government's name. Make sure you have your brand name as far as your LLC for your company, because that also plays a part in once you start doing tours and stuff to where your artist name is appearing to different areas, they can sue your company and not the individual. So make sure you even have your name as far as your company as well. And that's cheap. It's $100 for your own name as far as that. So once you own your name, then you get into your split sheets, into who you can send the money to. Like we just had to do that with Metro Boomin as far as like him, because you started hiding behind lawyers and have to deal with different attorneys and stuff as well. So as an artist, make sure you own your own name as well.
And to add on to that, if you don't know what you're doing, there's nothing wrong with hiring an entertainment lawyer to do it for you, okay? A lot of people say, I don't have no money, I don't have no money. You gonna feel some kind of way when somebody steal your shit and gonna make $30 million off of it, and all you gotta do is pay the lawyer $750. So it's worth it. Have him, walk you through the publishing process, sound exchange, and once you get it, it's real simple, but it's very lucrative.
True. I just wanted to add something on to what my man was saying here. Just to clarify, in regard to split sheets are all negotiations. When it comes to percentages, producers would like to receive 50%, writers would like to receive 50%. But the truth of the matter is, the song is worth 100%. If we're all sitting in the room, okay, how are we gonna split this up? We all have to agree. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes, especially when you're a new producer, you may take a hit on the publishing depending upon how many people are on the record. So let's say it's a Chris Brown song. He didn't write the record, but he's definitely gonna want 15% off gate, if not more. Then you have to compensate the writer, and then there's probably another feature that's on there. Then the producer, and if you're a ghost producer behind the main producer, how that breaks down. Like, it's just keeping in mind that owning a piece of it is more important than owning all of it. If I get 5% on 10 #1 records, I'm smooth. You know what I'm saying? As a producer, you definitely want to get more than 5%. I'm just saying on the administrative side, but just want to clarify that.
I have one. What situation had to occur for you to become a smarter producer or just smarter in the field that you work in? Because a lot of artists, they take major L's and they think that they're the only ones taking them. They think that they're the only ones getting played, and they think they're the only ones that's getting run around, like it didn't take y'all 10 years too. So what had to happen to you for you to get stronger at your craft and take it very serious so you can actually get on the level that you are on today?
All right. Well, and it's gonna sound weird here, but sometimes you gotta stop networking and get to work. Like, a lot of people stay so focused on getting to know every damn body, but I don't know you for no damn reason. You feel me? It's better to have all the value in the world and nobody know than know everybody and you have no value to anybody. Because there's so many people like that in Atlanta. I have so many friends that do something else that is related to what we do on a daily, but it's like, it's not gonna happen. I know you're around and you're in the clubs with us and it's a good look and all that, but it ain't gonna happen. Like, get to work. Don't focus on, well, what do you do? Why do this? Well, do you have a result of what you do? Okay, if you have a result, do you have a good result? Okay, you got a good result? Do you have a great result? Like, you gotta be focused on the work. Everybody I work with now is based on work. I didn't grow up with nobody, I ain't sell dope with nobody, I ain't do nothing like that. It's just based on working hard and your work being a representation of who you are. Like, you ain't gotta speak, your work will show up for yourself, so, yeah.
The thing I would say is similar to what he's saying. I just had to make a lot of things to make sense. And I tell artists this all the time, like with streaming and all these ways money are being generated nowadays because of the digital technology, there's no reason for you to like put out free mixtapes because it's stupid. Like, you can actually be getting paid real money. Like, you got some artists you never heard of before that's making $10,000, $20,000 a month off of streams alone that you never heard of. They ain't verified on Instagram. They ain't in the club popping bottles. They just found their niche audience and fed them. So it was just about, like he said, things that make sense. Because you run across people all the time. They're like, oh man, we do the same thing. I'd be like, so what song you did? They'd be like, I mean, you know, me and my cousin just dropped this mixtape. I'd be like, nah, it ain't the same. So you have to really, like you said, get to the real business side of it and start making this a real career. That way you can make a real living off of it.
What made me feel like I had reached a peak was I stepped out of the shoes of being myself and I became my artist for one period of time. So anything that I was doing, I treated as if it was me, myself, for my artist. So my artist got verified on everything within 6 months. I'm the one who reached out for like Twitter. I reached out to all the social sites because I treated it as if he was me. So once I started getting labels blowing my lines up, because I was putting my numbers on every social site, I just made him me for one good run, and everything happened within a blink of an eye. So Atlantic record was calling, different Def Jams. A lot of labels was calling and record deals was calling because the commitment that I gave him as I would do myself, it made it actually come into reality. So right now he's on tour with Playboy Cardi. He's in, what is it, DC right now? So he's on tour with Cardi. It's a sold out show. Every show with Cardi's been sold out pretty much. And we did It's a Tour last year with 21 Savage. So I just been lining stuff up back to back to back as if he was me. So we planning a college tour for this fall run coming up. So I just been treating him as if he was me. So that's how I knew I was great at what I did.